Hello, this is George Gale and welcome everyone to a much needed FGO Servant War Room, where we discuss how your favorite servants could handle an actual Holy Grail War. It's Valentine! Well, not really, we're still some days off. But the Valentine's event is here, and you know what that means. More grinding! Oh my god, I'm so happy. My waifus are so happy. The husbandos too, we can't forget them. There will be a channel update at the end of this video, so don't miss it if you're wondering what happened and what will happen next in the future. Anyway, onwards with the video.
限りあれば薄墨衣朝けれど涙ぞ袖を淵となしける源氏物語葵もののけ
That's right, we'll be talking about the latest addition to FGO, the author Murasaki Shikibu, who's also the first caster I've ever done a video on. Hooray! Murasaki Shikibu is a 5-star caster released in the recent Valentine's event that is still going on as the time of this recording. She's an arts caster with both offensive skills and also defensive skills. Rather than a support caster, her role seems more as an arts AoE damage dealer with a niche against demonic enemies, which isn't bad since most assassin waves tend to be of the demonic variant. However, outside of the demonic niche, Murasaki doesn't have much going for her. There's already plenty of arts casters with AoE damage, so she's just one more added to the pool. But how would Murasaki Shikibu fare in a real Holy Grail War? Luckily, Murasaki's personality seems to be on the normal side of things. No crazy servants here. She's pretty much a bookworm that likes to act elegant to hide her clumsiness. There's not much to actually talk about. Her personality is incredibly ordinary, so overall you shouldn't have any issues dealing with her as long as you have minimal social skills. Murasaki's stats are within expectation of casters. Her physical stats are low while the rest are high. That said, both her mana and her NP are not exceptional, which indicates one of the many problems that this servant has. Despite being an author, she can actually fight unlike Shakespeare and Anderson. This is thanks to Onmyudo? Weird Japanese magecraft. While she was originally lackluster with it, thanks to the caster class, her ability to use it increased it, giving her a bit more firepower. She can throw curses at opponents, as well as levitate objects and throw them at opponents. As for her skills, she has a total of 5 skills, all of which can be classified as support skills. Territory Creation, C+. This is a unique skill to casters that allows them the ability to change their landscape into a base of sorts. The higher their rank, the more powerful the base should be. In the case of Murasaki, rather than creating a base or a workshop, she creates a library. Item Construction C. Another unique skill to casters. This allows them to create items that can aid either themselves or others. In the case of Murasaki, she's capable of creating books. Verse of the Great Poet A. This skill acts the same way as a high-speed incantation, allowing the owner to skip steps when performing magecraft. However, for this skill specifically, it only works in writing, and still requires Murasaki to speak for it to work. So it's a heavily nerfed high-speed incantation. Not that good, to be honest. Witchcraft Lyric D+. It's a form of a witchcraft that Murasaki can perform. It involves using one's own words as a form of magecraft, similar to cursing someone. However, Murasaki's personality heavily limits this skill. The Diary of Lady Murasaki rank B. And finally, her last skill. This skill is directly connected to the library she creates. Thanks to this skill, the library will be filled with all kinds of books that Murasaki has knowledge on, meaning that the library is constantly growing and increasing in books the more Murasaki explores stories and works. Lastly, we have her noble phantom, Tale of Genji, Aoi, Spectre. It's a curse-type noble phantom, very similar to Jack the Ripper's own noble phantom. The specific poem located in chapter 9 of Aoi, Genji laments the death of his wife. The reason why his wife died was due to lingering resentment from his mistress. By reciting the poem, Murasaki is able to project the resentment and curse of death onto a target, her mourning over their cruel fate as though they were the wife themselves. It's a curse-type noble phantom, meaning that magic resistance can mitigate the effect of this noble phantom. That said, Murasaki can hit multiple targets at the same time, so while the enemy servant might be able to resist the noble phantom, the same can't be said of the enemy master. That said, the actual effects are not well specified. It talks about damaging and debuffing the enemy, but also talks about curse of death and bringing forth ruin to the target. So I'm not sure if it damages the enemy or if it's actually killing them. That said, since it's a noble phantom, we can at least expect it to kill masters if it ever lands on them. Overall, Murasaki seems to sit right next to the rest of the offer servants as a mediocre servant. However, her noble phantom is still dangerous and much simpler to use than the other offers. Good partner. When one talks about heroes, you either expect people whose ego is off the roof or someone who's nosy and likes to interfere in other people's business. That's why most servants, while able to work as a team, they'll always have a quirk or two that can lead to unexpected situations or even unwanted situations. However, in the case of Murasaki, you have a perfect partner. She's completely ordinary and her only relevant quirk is that she likes books. So you'll likely never have an issue with her if you summon her. Not combat orientated. Murasaki is an offer at heart. Even if her skills with Magecraft are better now, she will always be second rated compared to casters who are actual magus. Can't bunker down. Murasaki can build a library. Yeah. She's a caster who can't defend her territory from outside invaders, so she's pretty much on her own. Low presence. The good thing about being ordinary is that it's unlikely that she'll catch others' attention. She can just spend all her days inside her library unnoticed as the war rages outside. There's nothing you can do. Murasaki does not have an end goal like Anderson, nor mental attacks like Shakespeare has. In her case, her simplicity is actually a drawback, as her only way to win is by hitting masters with her noble phantom and hoping that the enemy servant dies before getting a revenge kill on her. Her range isn't amazing either, but she might be able to use her noble phantom while two enemies are facing each other. However, the big problem is if the enemy master is nowhere to be seen. The enemy can just be hidden inside their own base, much like Tokiyome did it in Fate Zero. Then all she can do is hope that the enemy servant's magic resistance isn't strong enough to stop her noble phantom. She's not even that good in a team, since all her skills, despite being support in nature, they only support herself and not allies. Yeah, she's very selfish. Murasaki might be a 5-star caster, but she might as well be a 1-star given how she could be worse off than other offer servants. Although assassins are normally pointed as the weakest class is by far casters, since by default more than half the participants will have innate resistances to Magecraft. More powerful casters can mitigate this through the use of noble phantoms and summons, but Murasaki isn't one of them. Saying that she can fight somewhat given her Magecraft is improved now is the same as saying that she's useless since 4 out of 6 enemies will have magic resistance, and berserkers tended to be damage sponges too, making her ability to fight laughable at best. You might as well use her the same way as you use Shakespeare and Hans, and that is to just hide and hope no one finds you. That way at least, her Matchcraft can be useful when pushed against a wall. However, she has one major flaw when compared to other Offer servants. Her Noble Phantom is also Magecraft, and it's an offensive Noble Phantom to boot. This means that even though you have to use her like an Offer servant, her Noble Phantom will force you into fights, which aren't that good, since it's her only way to deal with enemies. She has no endgame goal, she's a servant who can't fight well due to being an Offer and most enemies being immune to her, and her only way to kill enemies is through her Noble Phantom, that she can mostly only use on Masters since most enemies will resist it. Like, no matter how you put it, she's just in a bad situation. She doesn't have anything of use. So, Murasaki, I'll have to give her a D. If you summon her in a real Holy Grail, well, just ask her to write some books and try to sell them to make profit. You're not getting much out of it either. Like, that's it. Like, that's all you can do. I hope you don't die. Oh, you're screwed. Also, don't get too attached to her because, as far as I can tell, like, she's worse off than Matahari. Like, she's legit worse off than Matahari. Matahari's Noble Phantom at least isn't Magecraft, so she can still do it on a saber and actually manipulate them. Murasaki, if she ever faces a saber, she's pretty much dead. And that was Murasaki. And overall, it was a pretty interesting one, though a bit disappointed with what I found. I thought she would be at least a bit better than Shakespeare and Anderson, but I ended up not really finding her to be that good. Yeah, like, yeah, and she doesn't have much going for her. She's a 5-star because, artist? Yeah, probably because of the artist. And I mean, she looks. I mean, I rolled for her, so clearly the art works. Boy. Yeah. Anyway, channel update. You're probably wondering, Georgiel, where have you been? I thought this channel was already dead. Why? It's been so long. It's like, yes, it has been a long time. I would like to say that a lot of things happened, but I'll be completely honest, not that much has happened. It's just that the few things that have happened have been a bit mental exhaustion. COVID has hit my country pretty hard these last months, and restrictions have gone off the roof. Yay. Gotta love being trapped inside my house 24/7. So my mental health has been going down basically off a cliff. My enthusiasm for FGO also kind of died when with the Bradamant banner, which went horrible for me. Very bad. I can't even say I was salty, I was more just disappointed. And so, I mean, I pretty much just stopped playing for a while, FGO, because I just... The banners going bad, I've had a few, but Bradamante I think was probably the worst one I've had. And I mean, I didn't even do the New Year event that had Betty, the bird servant, and even Prisma Elia's event. I only started it halfway through because I wanted the costume. I didn't want to miss the costume, so I only started it halfway through. I'm kind of coming back. to FGO. I did get Murasaki, so I guess that boosted a bit of my morale, but not that much because I ended up spending more than I should, which is typical, just typical of FGO. As for other things, well, I've been mostly coping with a lot of issues, let's put it that way. Misery does love company, which is a very fun sentence to say, and it's also terrifying how true it is, right? When you think things can't get worse, and then they get worse, it's very it's an interesting experience. But I haven't given up on the channel. I've just been thinking of what to do. There's a reason why I specifically did this video about Murasaki. It's not like I am doing this because it's entertaining, also because I am doing this mostly so that I can show it off to a friend. So there's other reasons outside of I want to kind of grow on YouTube, obviously. But there's also other things that I've been interesting. I like talking, especially now that I have no one to talk to because I can't get out of my house. So I've been even more restrained. It's like, hey, you're an antisocial. You should love being by yourself all day. It's like, I kind of need interactions or my mind just goes insane. Antisocial simply means that I lose energy quickly when I'm interacting with people. But doesn't mean I hate it. It just means I become exhausted quicker than others. So I'm thinking I'll continue creating these videos. To be honest, this video did take longer than it should have to make. Not because editing takes a long time. I'll be completely honest, I could do editing a lot better, but my computer does not like my video editing software. That does not like and tends to overload very quickly. So even though the process, I could create this video in like a single day, the process of editing takes longer because my computer just starts slowing down. I have to close the software and then I kind of have to wait it out. And well, obviously my patience kind of runs out and I start becoming very annoying. So I kind of have to do some breaks in between so that I don't bash my computer in half. But yeah, I'm thinking I will continue doing these videos. I'm probably going to start doing videos of the servants that are coming out, since obviously since they would be on people's mind, since they're new servants, and I'll be doing of other servants in between, so that it's not just 5 stars after 5 stars, since that seems to be what mostly comes out in new banners. We'll go back to lower rarities, so don't worry, I'm not gonna switch to only the new servants that are coming out. I will do new servants as they come out, and I'll do older servants in between of different rarities, so that they also get videos. I'll try my best not to do it as frequently as possible. However, I am also thinking of expanding to other medias, not just FGO. Mostly because I realized I play a lot of games, like a lot of games. First of all, I'm not going to record me playing FGO because it's just me grinding, and I mean, there's only so much entertainment someone can make of grinding. Nothing unexpected is gonna happen, nothing funny is gonna happen. I might start recording my gacha rolls and posting them, because they might be entertaining. Although I'll be honest, I rarely talk doing. I don't even talk during gachas. I'm just generally doing the pulls as I'm doing something else. Very multitasking. But I do play other games. So I might say. So I'm thinking of uploading plays, you know, of other games in between these videos that I have to edit. I already have a few recordings, so I'm probably already going to. So tomorrow I'm going to release a video of Magic the Gathering Arena, of me just drafting. If you see it, don't worry. I'm not switching from FGO to Magic the Gathering. I will continue doing these videos. I will do other FGO. I'm thinking of doing other FGO videos outside of just war rooms. And I'm doing other stuff too, because it's just fun. I guess that's the best way to put it. I have fun playing some games, and I'm not going to upload every single game I play, but I'm probably going to start recording playing games, and if something fun happens that's hilarious, or I have an incredible time, I might upload it because I want to share it. So yeah, that's the update for the channel. It's not dead. I'm still recovering my mental health. I have a horrible deficiency in vitamin D right now, and not only am I extremely tired every day, depressive, but my muscles hurt a lot right now, so it's kind of a pain every day. And doesn't help that this year's winter is one of the coldest of my country, so hooray. Yay, COVID, plus trapped inside your house, plus coldest winter. Lovely. Oh god, just hilarious. Anyway, that was the channel update. I will continue doing these videos. I will probably do I will start doing different videos too, of not only FGO but also different medias. I might upload more than a single video a day, but for now I'm trying to do it at least one video a day. As for how long you can expect a video of a new servant, a war room, I will try to keep it one every week. I might do it more times, but at the very least I will try to keep it once a week. So this week, right, today is the 5th of February, so today I released today is Friday. Jesus, I don't even know what day it is. Oh god. Oh god, yeah, I'm not doing well. So today I released Murasaki. So you can expect another video of War Room in next week, at minimum. At the very least, I'll release it Sunday next week. At worst case, but I'll try to do it earlier because it's actually not that hard doing the script and doing these videos. It's a matter of willpower, I guess. Like I'm not doing well. The COVID has really hit me hard in terms of my mental health, so I'm trying to slowly come back and recover from all the things that are happening right now. So yeah, anyway, tomorrow I'll release another video. It won't be FGO, it will be Magic the Gathering. Don't be scared if you see it. Click it if you're interested. If you're not, you can just miss it. You can just ignore it. That's fine. Don't worry. I'm not stopping to making these videos. So, till next time. Bye.